Good afternoon, sir. Kindly unmute, sir. Vinod, sir. So, very good afternoon to all participants. On behalf of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada University UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, I welcome Dr. A. Vinod, who is the Director, Madhva Ganita Kendram, National Coordinator, Shiksha Sanskriti Udyanyas, Member, National Monitoring Committee on Education, Government of India, National Trustee, Bharatiya Bhasha Manch. He has authored 3 books, 10 monologues, more than 200 articles in popular language. So it is really an honor and pleasure to have such an eminent personality here in this NEP sensitization program. So again, I welcome Vinodji for this afternoon session, and I would now hand over the session to him. Over to you, sir.
Namaste to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
It is very proud to be there in Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, which has a very big influence in my studenthood time, when there was a nationwide agitation as well as mobilization in favor of putting the name of your university, Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, where some forces tried to divide the society on caste and creed. The youth of that time, especially from Maratha University and Maharashtra, they all came together to name the university after a great national hero of the young people, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, and we call him the Shilpi of our constitution. And this evening, we are discussing with holistic and multidisciplinary education. I think the young new associate and assistant professors will have go through our NEP document as well as this term, both holistic as well as multidisciplinary, is discussed widely, not only in higher education but also in every field, even in the field of health care. These two words are used. One is holistic, the other is multidisciplinary. So when we take these two words in the higher education scenario, this point is much discussed in the last 3 years when the new National Education Policy 2020 as released by the central government, and the UGC, AICT, and other many agencies as guiding these institutions, colleges, and universities to be multidisciplinary, and the education should be in a holistic way. So I think this will be a very important concept in the coming 2-3 decades, where we are going to form the destiny of the nation and the world at large. In this today's session, they are framed into two spells. One is from 2:30 to 4 and without any gap, 4 to 5:30. I think the time we will rearrange according to our circumstances, and I will present one at the first session and the second in the second session. Due to some other technical issues and my extensive traveling, I couldn't prepare the PPT as it is. So this will be a oral presentation and discussion. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will be okay. It is really an honor that you have spared your time.
And I have a request.
Yes, sir.
What the points I am presenting, you can, you are recording and you can make a test type of that. And if somebody who is very skilled in preparing PPT can send the draft PPT, I can make it and send you back, as it is a mandatory thing for your program. So that can I make, but even today after this, after 5:30, 6:30, 6 o'clock, I have to leave for Central University, Pondicherry for tomorrow's program. And tomorrow I will be in Pondicherry Central University, and day after tomorrow with the Pondicherry Ministry to review the education scenarios, how the implementation of NEP is going on. So I request somebody has to make a record, documentation of this, and if you prepare something and we can make it final.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
And I wish to put a question before you. What thoughts have come to your mind when you go through this documented NEP 2020, when we discuss the higher education area, especially from chapter 10th onwards? Anybody can tell what the thoughts, feelings have emerged in our mind as we are the young professors in the higher education system. Anybody can put their ideas or how they felt. One or two.
Sir, participants are not allowed to unmute themselves.
Okay,
they
then
can raise
then
their
afterwards
hands and
you
can
have to
unmute
tell
themselves.
this. Now I will be presenting. I think 20 minutes I will present. Thereafter we can have.
Okay. Participant can raise their hands and Honorable Sir will unmute them. No problem.
Who will unmute?
You are the co-host, sir, of the meeting, sir.
Okay, okay. Then I have to unmute. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, here we have two words, holistic and multidisciplinary. Holistic in the sense, in Bharat, we have a unique concept of an individual. In the area of philosophy, all the schools of philosophy, either from different schools from Bharat or from Western or Middle, the core of philosophical concept evolved from the concept of man and God. So the concept of man is the basis of all philosophy. What a man means. In Bharat, man means Vyakti. Vyakti means showing in Vyaktada. In Bharatiya Bhashas, Vyaktam means clarity, clear. What make clarity or what show clearly? Something else. This something else is the unknown, the unseen, but always seeing, the unknown, but everybody knows. the all providing, but we cannot experience, we cannot see something. For that entity, the universal, this thing, concept, there are different names like Unma, Brahma, God, Almighty, many things. So, in Bharatiya philosophy, Vyakti means the entity which show clearly the universal truth, the fundamental truth. The fundamental truth is called in Bharatiya philosophies as Brahman, as Atma, as God, the Almighty. Many names are there. So the Vyakti is one who, in a way, explore what is the universal concept, what is the reality. If we analyze this microcosm, we can understand the macro, the universe, which is called the Brahmanda and Pindanda in Bharatiya terminologies. So the holistic means taking all the elements together. In Bharatiya concept, the man is made up of 5 planes. A man, a Vyakti is having 5 planes, not elements. In another concept, the 5 elements, Panchabhuta concept is there. I am telling 5 dimension of a Vyakti. The unknown can be shown, can be made clear through 5 dimensions. These 5 dimensions are again divided into 2, which is called Sthula and Sukshma. Sthula means subtle, which we can directly see, experience. The other is we can experience in a different level. So the first Sthula is having 2. That is Annamaya Kosha. This Kosha is not cell in biology. Annamaya Kosha. That is physical dimension, the body. And the next is little more complex. Little it is physical also, and little it is little abstract also. That is vital. It is called Prana Maya Sharira or Prana Maya Kosha. It is Pranan. It is out of vital energy. It is energy in a way. The other is physical body. The second is vital energy. And when this vital energy is there in the physical body, as when the electricity passes through a road or conductor, like magnetic field, other fields are creating. In the same way, when a vital force enter into a physical body, some more planes develops. These in Bharatiya philosophical words, it is called Manomaya Kosha or Manomaya Sharira, emotional or mental being. And the next is intellectual, Buddhimaya, Vijnanamaya body, which is intellectual sphere. And the fifth is spiritual, Adhyatmic, which is in a way, it is the form of the Almighty, the Brahman. So from the beginning, a Vyakti has to unfold his Vyaktitva. The Vyaktitva is nothing but the divinity in all these 5 dimensions. In physical, in vital, mental, intellectual, and spiritual, unfoldment. Education in Bharat is this unfoldment of divinity, unfoldment of Vyaktitva. So in simple words, it is made Nara to Narayana and Manushya to Madhava, Manava to Madhava. So many usages are there. So it is from plain human being, he has to elevate to a higher plane of divinity. For the purpose of this, the process of this elevation, the unfoldment is education in Bharat. That is why Swami Vivekananda said, education is the manifestation of divinity that is already in man. A man is divine, divine in nature. This divinity has to manifest. How the divinity has to manifest? In a simple example, from a simple point, we want to, if we increase the diameter, the radius of the point, point is a circle whose radius is tending to 0. It is very, very small. As the radius increases, we can see the circle. And it as goes on, as increase the radius and tends to infinity, the circle will be touching the universe, or the circumference will be a line. So we are the point, and the circle with the infinite radius is the Brahman. So the process of increasing the radius from 0 to infinity is the process of education. That is why Mahatma Gandhiji has put education. What is Bharatiya concept of education? When Britishers came and they introduced their education system in very simple way, they said education is 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. Then Mahatma Ji said, no, it is not 3 R's, but it is 3H. What is this 3H? Hand, heart, and head. He told it is hand, that is all physical things are there. And heart means all mental, emotional, all these things. And head. Head, he means intellectual and spiritual, all these higher order. And there are different school of thoughts in Bharat. They put 3, 4, 5 dimensions are discussed in Upanishads and Yoga Shastras, which is I mentioned earlier. These 5: Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya dimension koshas. So the holistic development is development or unfoldment of all these plane of a individual. Physical means physical, he should be physically fit to do all the things. Health and all well-being is its basic concepts. The science and its practice. We know the science of health and science of well-being. But we are not following the science. the outcome of education for all the education policies, it is said scientific timber. What is scientific timber? The knowledge that we acquired, which is true and science, we follow that, we practice that, we propagate that, which is true, which is right, which is scientific. It's scientific timber. But if we go to some other areas, if you take both the global situation or Bharatiya situation, both the individual level and the natural environment, ecosystem, it is destabilized. Everything is, the balance has gone. The equilibrium has gone. The mechanism of individual body is not functioning well. That is, we call, we are in a rogaturata, in a sick ridden state. And the universe, the nature, the ecosystem, it is also facing many threats, many challenges. We call environmental crisis. In both at the individual level and the universal level, the system has undergone a imbalance. We know the science. We know the science of human body. We know the science of the universe. And in the name of science and knowing the rules, we purposefully violated everything. And in both in individual level and the universal level, in between at different social level, what the challenges we are facing is because we are not scientific, we have not having the scientific timber, we are not following the rules of the nature of body. So that is why in a health sphere, health and well-being, the lifestyle diseases are much discussed nowadays. All the diseases are due to our lifestyle. Lifestyle means we are not following the style that we have to live. For a healthy life, what way, in which way we have to live, taking food, taking exercise, taking rest, all these things we are not following. Even by knowing this is the one of the big challenge before our present day life, especially in the field of social well-being, health. And we know all the laws and rules of the universe, but we are violating everything. So all the ecosystem is facing different multiple challenges, threatens even for the mankind, the universe, the whole universe. So the basic thing is, education is making the individual to live, unfold himself or herself to become the universe. In our terminology, it is Egatmada with the Egam. From Atma to Paramatma, this oneness has to come. That process is education according to Bharatiya philosophy. So in this 5 dimension, in modern concept, which is very much in a way the same idea we can take from modern concept, modern philosophers, the physical, the vital, the mental, the intellectual, and the spiritual. Sometimes it is called social, emotional, maybe. And the education should be for holistic. That is the concept of new education policy, right from pre-primary stage to higher education. So how the college, our curriculum, our ecosystem has to address the unfoldment of all the 5 dimensions in a balanced way: physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual, everything. And second concept is multidisciplinary. Actually, on the basis of this concept of education, integral education or holistic education, Bharat has developed an education system. One is concept, the other is system, which is multidisciplinary. That every individual has to develop, unfold himself or herself according to the nature or taste of the self. All the different items, subjects are the means to unfold. Whether we are taking science, social science, arts, sports, any other area, is not for taking any information from that area, but it is a mean to unfold our personality, our real nature to the world. So the student has to get multiple chances or options to select which is good for his or her unfoldment. Due to the British system of 3R system, right from school to higher education, we are following a rigid system of school education as well as higher education. If a student who enrolled for BSc mathematics, there may be the mathematics and plus align some chemistry, physics or something, some other subjects, statistics, economics, something. But what the university has prescribed for the particular thing, there may be 1 or 2 optional in the main subject area, main program. But it is a package. The student has to take all the, what is the package? He has to take all the subjects. Even though we are following credit-based selection, choice-based credit, but the choice is determined by the university or the college. In an affiliated college of a particular university, in a particular course, there is no much choice. The choice he has to take from college to college. In the university may giving some program. In one college, this is the program's package. In the other, another one, it may be a different. The student's choice is very limited. Very limited means there is no choice at all. But the shift is now opening. the student can take any programs, any course as a credit from anywhere according to his choice. So the duty of the institutions, universities and institutions, there may be different type of higher education institution like research universities, teaching university and autonomous colleges, all these things in the coming years, we are going towards that. So all the universities, colleges has to come up with a different type of programs, courses, according to the taste and need of the student and the society. We know, as we practice for a long time, why a person is going for a degree program, undergraduate program, because government and the employees have made a particular criteria that to get a job right from a clerical post to anywhere, his education standard should be undergraduate. He should have a graduation. Any graduation other than the teaching field and some particular profession. There is no specific subject. If somebody has to teach social science, for example, history at school level, college level, or university level, he has to master in that area. And researchers also. But 80% of the degree holders are placed in different other fields. There, no particular mastery of any subject is not necessary. But nowadays, a student who want to be a administrative employee in anywhere, right from a clerical post to IAS, IPS, he can take any bucket of courses at the degree level. Till now, there is no such chances in Indian universities, Bharatiya universities. If we go to our history, all the great centers of knowledge, Nalanda, Takshashila, Vikramashila, Kashi, and many other parts also, there may be different centers of learning. All these were multidisciplinary. In many Puranas or stories of Puranic stories, we see some students, Rajakumaras, princes, they have mastered in philosophy, armory, and some other field like performing arts, painting, drawing, sculpturing, music. So a student had an option to take the different subject as he like and master in the field where he want to master. We want to bring this system of education into the present education system, which is the need of the 21st century demands multitask, multi-skilled, multiple mastery in multiple areas, and everything should be according to the satisfaction of the individual. No subject should not make a burden or a stress or strain in an individual student. Everything should be something to be enjoyed. And the subject which is taking as an enjoyment should be considered as a credit in his program. So in this way, at a philosophical level, the holistic concept, and at the practical level, this multidisciplinary system, we want to adopt in the higher education system. For this, 3-level restructuring has to do. One is at government level, whether it is state or central level, this education system. Policy has come. Now, according to those policies, the legal framework, the administrative system, everything has to change. That is taking its own course and it is going on. So many guidelines came from AICT, UGC and government, and some extra mechanism has developed like translation on Bhasha, on Bharatiya Jnana Parambara, IKS, and so many other things have started. So this systematic change has to take place. Second is at the individual level. That is, every teacher has to change. Every teacher has to understand thoroughly this concept of holistic approach and the multidisciplinary education. One is an approach, it should be holistic. And for this holistic approach, to achieve the goals, we have to make a multidisciplinary system, education system, at the institution level to the whole system. So how to change this? To change this from present, the teachers has to undergo many changes. One, he has to take his area of interest, his area of mastery, and he has to make his area of interest and his area of mastery according to the new generation aspirations. So new program has to come. So for this individual level, transformation has to take place. For example, a maths teacher. The subject maths may be difficult for some people, may be boring for some people, may be very interested for some people. So, the maths should be given in different forms. For example, in our dishes in the feast, the same vegetable ingredients make a different tasty and different type of dishes in our food system. Scientifically, we want to give protein, nutrients, and vitamins, all these things. But we are not giving tablets of these things. We are taking the raw material, vegetables or something, food items, and prepare in a different way according to our taste. In our kitchen, Indian kitchen, there is a famous film nowadays. I think it is in Malayalam. Different taste, different variety of dishes are prepared in the same kitchen by the same mother, according to the different taste of the members of the family. In the same way, we have to give the same content, same subject in different level, different forms, and different way. Mathematics may be taking for engineering or technology area, and the social science area, economics and commerce. Mathematics is using, but it is not the same tan, cos, or trigonometric concepts. Engineering mathematics. Here is different. Mathematics is using as statistical tools in almost all area for research and planning. And the same mathematics may be in a different way in biological sciences and other sciences. So a maths teacher has to think how to make my maths content, mathematics, in different forms. And the university has to provide it. Teachers has to prepare and university has to provide. And every university should be multidisciplinary, means different type, like hotels, textiles, where we go for purchasing some clothes, but there are so many variety. Whether it is shirt and shooting or churidar or sari, we select the best textile where both varieties there at a price, at a different fashion. So this fashion and price and many other things. Accordingly, the customers come to that shop. If it is hotel, if it is something else, if it is a automobile shop, bike or car or any vehicle, this variety we want to produce in our higher education also. Why our students are going abroad? We want to attract not only our own students, but we want to attract bulk of students from the whole world. Because once Bharat was such a center of knowledge, learning. That is why Huang Sang Fai and many people came to Bharat. They had their higher education here. Even now, so many students, foreigners are coming to particular area. For example, Indian arts, Indian yoga system, Ayurvedic system, many other things like philosophy, astronomy. In many area, even now, where some institutions are providing Indian knowledge systems, students are coming from abroad also. So we want to attract such people. Only Bharat can provide, that is Bharatiya knowledge system. And there are so many third world countries, as even now we may say we are a developing nation, even though we are at the fourth or fifth position at present economically. We may be in the club of 3 in the coming decade. But there are so many other nations, states, where we want to give the modern, quality, value-based education. So we want to attract them also. So according to the taste and needs of the age, not only of Bharat, Maharashtra, or Kerala, or Punjab, we want to attract all the people from all over the world. In that way, we have to frame our subject in different aspects, different level. So these two areas, each teacher, professor has to take a career. He wants to plan it within this year, 5 years, 6 years. I will complete this area. I will prepare this type of program, this area. In everywhere, what is our contribution? Bharat's contribution, whether it is mathematics, health science, natural science, environment, philosophy, economics, agriculture, on the issue of gender equality, social customs, everywhere we want to, what are the issues in the present world? In every world, what is the solution? As a solution, whether we have any knowledge system in our long tradition that we want to make in our modern education content. And the one more multidisciplinary means interlinking as well as how to go a student from one point to exploring different areas, related areas. I have a friend at Delhi, Mumbai IIT. He had his graduation in physics from Calicut University. And he had his MSc from IIT Mumbai, IIT Madras. There his subject was little interchanged. Then his PhD was in a new area, because from maths he is changed to physics, then he is changed to biology. Biology means his research area was some special study on the surface tension of a plant cell. Started from there. So it is biology, physics, and mathematics. And now he is a professor in IIT Mumbai in biophysics. So now the subjects are interlinked, multidisciplinary, and we want to make both. Our knowledge system also we want to link with our other areas. I'm a maths professor, so I should know how the mathematics has to develop in the coming era to supply something, to make some solution in the field of physics, pharmaceutical, biological science, or environmental, oceanography, everywhere, how my area of mathematics will lead to solve a problem, to make a relevant progress in the exploration of that area. In this way, the basic change to implement, to get the best result of this NEP 2020 is the transformation of teachers, right from school education to higher education. So in this 3-4 days program of orientation, it is in the name of Madan Mohan Malaviya. He has put the concept of modern teacher with the Indian philosophy, Bharatiya philosophy, and he established the university, BHU. BHU was not to train the students, but teachers, developing good teachers to provide to all spheres, all subject areas, all geographically to all places. In that concept, actually Madan Mohan Malaviya ji developed the BHU. So after this NEP, all the universities, colleges are taking much interest in forming or reforming the teachers, because teacher has to change the education system. We want to take conviction in the philosophy of education, Bharatiya philosophy of education, and we want to introduce, innovate new methods. There is no typical methods. Every teacher has to innovate with new methods. We can classify it as a project or research or something else, discussion, all these things. Basically, everything will be very in a way democratic. Samvadam. Samvadam should be the basis of all exploration of knowledge. Bharat's tradition is the Samvadam, dialogue, discussion, and exploration. If you take that from Upanishads or from Bhagavad Gita or to present day many great changes in the field of philosophy of knowledge, all are in a way the method of discussion and in a way samvadam. In Bharat, it is called Vade Vade Jayade Tattva Bodha, not by deliberation, lectures, or classes. So I think this session should also be in a way of deliberation, not deliberation, but discussion and sharing of ideas. With this introductory little lengthy presentation, I open this forum for discussion. Yes, anybody else can unmute the participant who raised their hands or who have a query. You unmute yourself and make the question.
Participant, kindly raise your hands also. आप हाथ रेज करिए रिएक्शंस में से जाकर, और कुछ सवाल है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं.
Because this is roll number, this I'm not much.
142 roll number, you can unmute now yourself.
Hello.
Yes, you can. 142.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaste.
May I know the exact role of teachers in the national education policy?
Not only national education policy, in the universe, in the solar system, how the sun perform, what is the function of sun? It is a function of teacher in the system. All the things are going according to the rules of the solar system. And the sun is there. If the sun, the star becomes supernova, everything will be out. So the sun has to perform.
Particularly, the focus of my question is on national education policy, sir.
National education policy gives two areas.
Because in many workshops and webinars, I heard that the place of teacher will be changed into the facilitator. Somebody says that teacher will be changed, transform into the mentor, and like that. What is the exact position now?
what I got is whether the role, importance of teacher will go. That is the question, isn't it? Replaced by some machine, online content. What do you mean? What is your main target question? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Roll number 29, you can unmute now.
Please unmute 29. Yes. $29 has raised the hand and unmuted also. Please put your question. Then 158.
Sir, namaskar. Sir, I would like to know, I mean, my perception of NEP 2020 that it is trying to promote both spiritual as well as at academic level, the sadhana, concept of sadhana. So what can we do for Manan and Shravan is okay. For Nidhyasan, what do we do? I mean, as teachers at higher education level. So can you throw a little light on that, sir?
No, I couldn't get the whole sentence.
My perception is that at NEP 2020 is trying to bring back the concept of sadhana, like we believed in the old system. So, what do we do as teachers to promote that in higher education? How can we do that? Chintan, Manan, Nidhyasan. So, how do we as teachers help promote that? Just asking if you could throw some light on that, sir.
Okay. In holistic development, the way of acquiring knowledge or education is Panchapadi in Bharatiya system. That is 5 steps are there. Teacher has to follow this, how to introduce one subject. So it is beginning. So always this Nidindhyasana, all these things are a concept, how a concept is assimilated by the individual. So Shravana, Manana, all this process will be there.
Right.
And not only all this individual level, this is students' process. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, all these are process happening in student. Teacher has to make Panchapadi also in his planning, her planning.
Right.
That is Aditi, Bodha, Prayoga, Abhyasa, Prayoga, and Prasara. Aditi means introducing the subject. Introducing the subject right from the prerequisite. Some knowledge will be there. From that knowledge system, we want to go into an higher level. How to elevate the level of knowledge from
the known
plane to the second or third. Then how to make it understand and skill of that. For that, practicing. After practicing application, even now we are thinking all these things, because now the for higher education level teachers also, the teacher training, that is a pre-profession course will be there, like B.Ed. So this level of teaching will be, now we are calling knowledge, understanding, skill application.
Right.
And it will go to not only application. And this level of application is different in our concept. And the other is prasar, that is propagation, profession. You are professors, you profess, you become acharyas, you have to do that in your life.
Right.
So whatever we teach, whatever a student learn, the learned content, the knowledge should be practiced, not only for some questions or some area, but in their daily life. We can take anything, any area, so that application should be there. So this you can take your content as a professor, maybe any subject. I don't know what is your subject.
So I'm in the field of teacher education itself, teaching B.Ed and M.Ed. That's why I wanted
then you know all these things.
And I wanted to know more about it, because so that we can actually help students internalize that. That is what I wanted to ask.
So there are so many methods, pedagogy in Indian system. And any teacher can innovate a new system also, new pedagogy also. But how a concept is assimilated, understood by the student, there is a process. That is what you told from Shruti, by hearing, then meaning, analyzing, all these things. We want to make a slot for all these type of processing. And for all this time, this Panchapadi of system of different level of methods we want to introduce in our classroom, whether it is school level, college level, or teacher trainers level, everywhere. Very good.
Okay.
Now 173 is there.
Hello. Good noon, sir.
Good evening.
Hello, I'm audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sir, actually, in old education policy, we also follow these things during our regular teaching and learning also. Because even we are also trying to how the students will practice it, then Chintan, Manan, then later on how it execute in the exam. So almost these things we were also following in the old education policy. And even whatever the different national educationalist whose we are now also proposing, that like as Vivekananda and all other things, all other persons, they were also followed in the old education policy, whatever they discovered for the effective education and learning. So what is the exact difference between old and new education policy? What is the approach here on particularly for teacher and students? What the teachers should do in the new education policy, and student also doing the new things, so which will get the more effective than that of the, because definitely new education policy discovered because of there are some pros and cons with the old education policy, and to get overcome on that we have now implementing the new education policy, right sir?
Yes. Former education, not old education for policies, former education policies
Okay sir.
was not bad. It was very good in principle. But on implementing, we depended everything on government systems. Here we are giving more autonomy to the individual level, school level, college level, to teachers, to the administrators of at the local level, and the students is giving more flexibility in choosing their courses, and according to their demand and demand of the age, different variety of programs we want to prepare. So as teachers, professors at university level, it is our duty to make variety in the field of higher education, content and methods, and attract new students and guide them. Not by chance a student should come, by choice they has to come. So using the new different platforms, you can propagate, this is the content, this is the marvelous of this thing. You can take this and you can go like a pursue this area. So the choice is the foremost focus of present system, present policy, because Bharat is diverse society. This is the first time that policy say in 1948 the Radhakrishnan Commission also told higher education should be provided in Bharatiya Bhashas. But till now in Maharashtra, a engineering student has fought 7 years of legal fight in High Court to write his exam in Marathi. Now the system has changed. Students can take exam, textbooks, anything in their own languages. And we want to provide content in different languages, content in different forms. So this we want to act accordingly. We want to make content in different forms, different languages, different programs, and we want to propagate it. Students, this is according to your need, according to your choice, according to your convenience. Exit entry is there, multiple, and ABC is there, academic bank of credit. Students can move from university to university, place to place. Everything will be accumulated. There are so many scope for teachers and students. You can get students from different area. The university can get students from abroad also. You can collaborate. The college, even college can collaborate with the different colleges and universities directly. But they have to go the standard setting, accreditation. Now some criteria is made. Otherwise, everybody will go. If their standard is very low, they will make some collaboration with some other institutions, legally or illegally, and they will propagate, advertise that we have a collaboration. So to take a collaboration with another university, college, system, foreign institution, our standard should be made pakka through NAC or MB accreditation. For that we want to go. So research, innovation, and a variety of restructured programs at the institution level is the first phase. For that, teachers has to occupy themselves.
Right, sir. It means it like a mall where we are providing all things at one platform.
But not a business, but a service.
Right, definitely. It is an example like a mall. We are just providing all baskets at one place. But sir,
And some places collaborated or clustered things.
Yes. Like
in a rural area, if you go to a rural area anywhere, into a medical shop, if you went and gave a prescription, the pharmacist of the shopkeeper may, oh no, this particular medicine is not there. You please wait here. I will take it from the next stop. He himself will go and take. If nowadays he will make a call, then inquire whether this particular medicine tablet is there. Then he will, like this, collaboration should be there. Cooperation should be there. No competition. No competition, cooperation, caring, collaboration.
right. Means here we are using primarily intelligence and later on artificial intelligence.
Nice, very nice.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So in artificial intelligence also, with my little knowledge, today also one article of our minister, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, has come. Last week also in popular weeklies and magazines, both in English and Hindi, Malayalam, all these subjects, this article came, how Bharat will be, whether market or hub of artificial intelligence. And even this area, we want to make this critical analysis more, how to make our, develop our capacity of critical analysis with the our normal intelligence and artificial intelligence. Thank you very much. I have seen that artificial intelligence companion is here.
Right. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any more questions? Participants, आपके कोई प्रश्न है सर से?
आपको हिंदी में भी पूछ सकता है.
हाँ, हिंदी में भी पूछ सकते हो. रेस रोल नंबर 150.
Good evening, sir. This is Dr. Sandeep from University of Patanjali, sir. And I'm working as an assistant professor in yoga science. Sir, my query was that since we have approached the multidisciplinary actions in NEP,
somebody else is talking.
Yeah. Close the door, please. Okay. I have a query related to multidisciplinary approach in NEP, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So for that matter, since we have since my childhood, I have learned that a good teacher is one that has one capability of connecting all different subjects at one point of time. But at this point of time, at artificial intelligence, since the artificial intelligence is taking over all the approaches of our scientific arena as well as academic and research paradigm, so how it will be best for teachers or a communicator or facilitator to provide such an intelligence to and impart the knowledge in the students?
Okay, artificial intelligence is a mission intelligence.
Yes.
It is a programmed one by somebody else.
Yeah, obviously.
And it will. The basic thing is like this: if you want to evaluate a question paper, our OMR, very simple thing is whether the answer is here, whether they put blackened the column bubble A. It is the thing. Artificial intelligence is basically starting from here only, and teacher is not an intellectual thing. Sometimes, our teacher is a very intelligent man. Some people will follow, but basically a student follow a teacher by his virtues. A teacher, a professor cannot be replaced by a computer or artificial intelligence tools. The way we behave, the way we scaffold, the way we guide, the way we live with them, a machine cannot. So the life of teacher will be the role model for the students. And the role of teacher in this age of artificial intelligence and the ICT communication IT area, information and communication technology.
Yes, sir.
The value-based life of teacher is important.
No.
Teacher should become embodiment of values.
Absent क्यों कर रहे हो?
सर जो
They have to
Absent क्यों कर रहे हो?
inspire.
क्लास ही नहीं हुई तो.
सर जो नहीं आते हैं
Exactly नहीं कर रहे absent. वो गिना जाएगा.
$29 is raised the hands. Please unmute and put your query.
Any more questions? Participant yes, roll number 1. Yes, 123.
Sir, I would just like to ask, I am actually teaching in a teacher training college. So what you just shared now about multidisciplinary approach, we are trying to do all that in our college here. In a B.Ed fraternity, we are doing that. Okay, but when it comes to health, or when it comes to Manasa and what you shared just now, should we promote more of health-related programs or yoga as a program even in the B.Ed colleges? First thing. Second thing, what I have seen in the schools, we promote lot of PT, but less of yoga. Of course, with yoga is now becoming, a more international thing, and we do it less. Okay, so NEP also says about health, holistic education, holistic living, and everything. So, what are your thoughts on how much should yoga be promoted and practiced? And if yes, how do you think we should take this forward even in schools and in B.Ed colleges?
Yes, very nice. Yoga is readily available everywhere. Some colleges, universities started yoga courses. So everywhere people are eager to start program on yoga. Very nice. Make it more professional, more scientific. And Bharatiya knowledge system is one of the core area of the new education policy. So not only in yoga, in different areas, we can make different courses. For example, Vedic mathematics. And in many art and music and culture, these things. Indian fashion, Indian traditional jobs, right from puppet making, different dishes, our local knowledge of preservation of food, our local knowledge of many other things on variety of food grains, many things. So you can start anything. And your college is a B.Ed college.
Yes, sir.
Standalone college.
Yes,
so
sir.
both B.Ed colleges has to make multidisciplinary, not only yoga, you can take ICT courses also, education technologies.
Yes,
you
sir.
can make courses on clinical psychology teacher will be there. You can make administration, institutional administration, because already educational administration will be there. So how much teachers you have on different area, you can start new programs in your college, and
Yes.
many other yoga, martial arts, creative writing, performing arts like music or small dramas. All these things we can start.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir, for your suggestions. In fact, we can start a value-added course also.
And I wish to ask one question: whether have you downloaded or visited UGC site? What are the initiative they've started? They have given so many guidelines to the universities and colleges, how to make Indian knowledge system courses based on Indian knowledge system. I think more than 27 courses are there.
Yes,
how to
sir.
make multidisciplinary, and guidelines for making multidisciplinary institutions. Different guidelines, good documents have published. You please go through that and make a plan, action plan, first year, second year, third year. Our college, our university, our institution will grow like this.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I'll look through the guidelines.
Okay, thank you. 140.
Okay, sir, am I audible clearly? Okay, so the thing is, sir, I just want to introspect first, and then there is a question also within that. See, we have various core domains. For example, we have mathematics, we have physics, we have chemistry. These are core domains in context of sciences. Say, for example, but they lack a complete laconic gravity when it is being taught in the classroom. So I'm talking in terms of, say, our classroom teaching when it pertains to our school education. For example, in class 10th, I was taught, say, trigonometry, I was taught surds. But when I switch over towards humanities, it's of no value. When I was sitting in class 10th in my classes and taking the classes for surds, for trigonometry, for, say, mensuration, so that all becomes useless for me. Won't you think that there should be a diversity, or or an approach within a particular pure domain? For example, mathematics for a particular students who need to go for medicine branch, physics who need to go for medicine branch, instead of teaching them rockets about propellants and everything else, they should be taught something which is going to help them in their future discourse, instead of giving them lump sum of education which is just a wastage of time. So most of the time when I go through an introspect on my school education, I find that most of the time, or majority of the time, I have wasted, because they have taught me certain things which have nothing to do in my practical life after completing that particular class, and that was just for an examination. So that's what a particular, I can say, my grievance regarding the education policy. So within mathematics, I believe that it could be for the student of humanities a specific mathematics, for student looking forward to join medical, again another one, and for engineer, again another one, instead of bombing them with a lot of information which is useless after once they step out of the classroom. They must be provided information or education which helps them in their life, sir. One must not feel regret after completing their schools that they have not learned something practical. Thank you, sir.
Very nice. It is not a question, it is a good suggestion. That is why we want to shift from 3R to 3H. Because this mathematics, whether at a school level, +2 level, or degree level, the same fixed area is due to arithmetic. Mathematics means all this. Everybody has to go through all these things. No. So it should be graded. It should be according to the need of the society, need of the individual. There should be variety. Some basic operation, basic things should be there at basic classes. Thereafter, they have to take the choice. One is utility. I'm agreeing. If we think of area of utility, we want to follow like this. And the other thing, mathematics is, the other than this utility area, it is a rational thinking development tool. How we have to solve the problem. So many of the mathematical content at the school level is not only for utilitarian purpose, but for developing their brain into a logic thinking process, critical thinking process. If we are not using this for a critical thinking and only for not memorizing some concept and doing some problem, that is waste. So this new education policy at the school level has suggested 2 level of mathematics. Those who are going for science stream, 1 level. Those who want to go for other field should not burden with all these mathematical jargons. At the secondary level, let they have a light mathematics. For example, business mathematics is there, little statistics is there. All these are common usage, and market mathematics is there. All this you can for some higher things, technical and engineering mathematics area, they can go like this. So any subject should not made a burden to the student. Everything should be given according to their taste, their capacity, their interest. Everything should be made to make interest at college level also.
Any more questions? Participant, you can raise the hand. It is really a great opportunity to have a face-to-face interaction with a person who is into the policy making and having the first-hand experience of the current condition of the higher education of our country. So don't miss the opportunity. If anything is there, you can unmute and ask the questions. Still, we have sufficient time left for this lecture. If there are no questions, then we can stop this session. Yes, roll number 123.
Sir, I think by mistake I pressed the button.
No issue, no issue. Okay. So if there are no questions, we can stop this session here. And you see that whatever we have got a very little time, but due to his busy schedule also in this 90 minutes, I hope that all of us has got many things regarding our multidisciplinary education. And
Sir,
I hope
there will be another session?
Yes, you can continue, sir, if you want. No problem.
No, not myself. Whether the participant want which area, then we can have a 10-minute presentation and a 20 minutes discussion.
Yes, yes, you can give, sir. No problem. 5:30
at what time? At what time we will
we can take a break now of 15 minutes. 15 minutes break we can take.
And which area?
Sir, we can have a touch at research.
Okay.
Research. Okay.
Okay.
So 20 minutes break will be there.
Now it is
4 exact 4. 4:20
Even
if I'm not there, sir, because some administrative work behind me.
Okay.
So I used to go to the administrative building of the university. So even if I'm not there, you are the co-host, you can start.
Okay. Namaste. Namaste. Hello. Can we start? Program director is not here. So somebody from university. How to start?
Yes, sir. You can start.
Okay.
Yes,
Can we start? Hello.
yes, sir. You can. Yes, you're audible, sir.
Namaste. Namaste.
Yes, आप सेकंड लेक्चर चालू कर सकते हैं सेकंड.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, you're audible, sir. You're
Okay.
audible.
Now in this area, we will go to research. But before that, let me take your attraction to some points in the NEP, especially on holistic and multidisciplinary education. it is 11th paragraph, 11th subheading. 11th 3 and 11th 8 and 11th 11th. These 3 points are very much important. The 11th point 3 is the concept. Like a holistic and multidisciplinary education would aim to develop all capacities of human beings, intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, like that. And on multidisciplinary, it all field across arts, humanities, language, science, social science, and professional, technical, and vocational field, and ethic of social engagement, soft skill such as communication, discussion, and debate, and rigorous specialization in a chosen field or fields. This is the basic concept of both holistic and multidisciplinary. And at the practical level, 1811.8 is very important paragraph, how this should be implemented. And it leads to 11.11 towards research. As we know, this research university, research multidisciplinary education and research university has to develop. Now our universities are research, teaching, and all settings, affiliating system. Everything is now university. So there will be a reorganization of universities. In some university, the concentration focus will be on research. Some other research and teaching will be there. And gradually the affiliating system will be made lesser and lesser. It can be a group of colleges, group of institution, and small clusters where 5,000 to 10,000 students are there with the different research departments. Such colleges can come together to make autonomous clusters. In this way, the regrouping of higher education institution has to happen. It will take its own time, but we want to prepare. We want to prepare means to in which institution we are. If we are in a university system, the university has to decide. All the deans, heads, faculty, they have to sit together and finalize which category we have to go, taking to consideration the other social relevant issues also. Whether this is a big affiliating university system, then can we make a center as research university and make it as a research and teaching? Then in which colleges, the associate college, affiliated college can be made individual autonomous institutions or cluster of autonomous institutions, anyhow, to make flexible courses, different type of courses. One single system cannot be there. So there will be a system to govern everything, both standard, regulation, and accreditation, and the part of finance management. But the university system and all other institutions system focus will be on research, teaching, especially in this area, and for degree granting and extent of high level of enrollment for higher education. This thing will be at the college level with autonomous power. That can be a group of colleges, cluster of colleges, or single colleges. So how our Baba Saheb Ambedkar University should evolve? How many research university can be there? Not one. We can think of many. Can we make the best colleges, whether government, public institution, which have a good research faculty, research department, research track history? Can we go to such a research-oriented area, research-oriented higher institution of learning? And on teacher also, many questions came about teachers. In this teacher education and teacher, there are two different headings. And even at the higher education, as we know, up to intermediate plus 2 higher secondary level, senior secondary level, now teacher training is mandatory. But higher level, only PhD, NET, all these type of academic qualification is considered as a qualification for teaching also. But NEP says for teacher, university level faculty also, all fresh PhD entrants, irrespective of discipline, will be required to take credit-based courses in teaching, education, pedagogy, writing related to their chosen PhD subject during their doctoral training period. So along with PhD, during masters or somewhere, you have to take credit courses from especially different psychological approaches, different pedagogical approaches, different type of educational management, all these education related, profession related, our teacher professional related subjects should be taken to be as credit courses during our PhD or during our masters or independently to enroll into teaching profession. And there will be professional development courses after enrollment. This is a very important thing in the teacher development area. So there will be a teacher empowering or teacher training for higher education teachers also in the coming era. And all the education department of the university have to take an initiative to teach their faculty members to be a good professional in the teaching profession. Whether the teaching profession training is not only for primary to higher secondary teachers, but it will be a mandatory training before our enrollment as a professor in the universities. This is a very important thing for teacher training. And on research, basically some National Research Foundation will become, it will take its own course. There are so many research institutions like ICHR, ICCR, so many institutions, and every research type universities and research teaching institution, they have to create a knowledge creation. We have to develop an ecosystem. We have to develop, and the teachers, young researchers, has to come towards research, and research will not be a mere degree for PhD granting. Research will be a method and part of our learning or at degree level, that is four-year degree program, or in the 2-year PG program, or for those who had a four-year degree program, 1-year degree program, the research method will be a part of their teaching and education. This is a very important thing. And towards research promotion, fund will be generated internally and externally and for government agencies. So there are so many things like now we had so many like corona epidemic and pandemic and national calamities, flood, drought, so many things where our government agencies are going for consultation, research. They are going to some abroad, some other universities. Our university department has to take the challenge. Yes, we should start virology department or this microbiology area have to develop on the health area and management, disaster management area, water management area. And in different fields, our university has to frame different multidisciplinary research project, which is directly applicable in our development, both infrastructure development, human development, and resource development also. So in this way, what are the social challenges that we are facing in different part of Bharat? We want to make a solution that is local available solution with less investment through our university system. So the university research should not be for mere degrees. And the PhD degree program, that is a research program, should not be to do a new thing. As we know, PhD is to make the researcher how to do research. Serious research should be done after PhD, that is postdoctoral. Nowadays, our graduates, postgraduate, doctoral graduates, they are going for abroad and having their experience as postgraduate researchers in different institutions in abroad. And they are coming here. And we are valuing them more. And in our universities, in our research institutions, we want to attract more and more research scholars and more fund also. From the public funding system, we are demanding a greater expansion in the fund mobilization, and other agencies like indirect funding, like government, so many state departments, government, central government departments, DRDO, they have to, we want to mobilize their fund. We want to attract their project as our research. In this way, we want to work. And on research and social change also, we want to take, not only on science and technology, so many research we want to conduct on social transformation, social issues, economics, and agriculture and economics, agriculture and health and environment. In this way, different multidisciplinary research areas we want to develop. We want to make proposal, not for any government fund. We want to come up. And there are so many chances for to mobilize such a fund for our research projects. So in this way, a good, robust ecosystem of research should be there in the autonomous institution where good research department is there, and the university department and research institutions. So research, in a way, I have visited one university in Chhattisgarh. The university, Central University started, they made their best revenue mobilization through research only. They are taking different type of research. Those who want a degree, they are offering such research. So some companies, they want some action researchers on particular area for their promotion of products or their development. There they are providing research. So the research of every area we have to develop. And in this area, to make research more relevant in Bharatiya context, research should be promoted in mainly two dimensions. That is very important. This is the focus of the national education policy. One, in Bharatiya Bhashas. Second, in Bharatiya knowledge system. Our knowledge system, whether it is Ayurveda, many questions came about yoga. Doing research in yoga means at different social areas, issues, whether it is health, mental health, or learning disabilities, or family issues, legal issues, and even these management issues of corruption and all these things. Whether there is a relevance of yoga system. Yoga is not only yogasana. The Ashtanga yoga, we have yama, niyama. Yama and niyama is nothing but social and individual responsibility. What I have to do as a person, what I have to do as a member in the society, citizen, civic. So all these areas, the concept of yoga, and as a practice of yoga, different type of yoga, yogic practices, how it help mental, physical well-being, and in the ecosystem, in the group, how they are going. In all this way, we want to make research, thereafter program. After every research, that research result should be made as a program in the coming years. So there should not be a program for 20 years, 25 years. The program will be according to the need of the hour. Some program will be eternal, live, some basic subject. Some should be according to the issues emerging. Issues should be solved. In this way, the academic activity, the university, the framing of program, research, and extension of that should be in a dynamic way. There should be always change in this. No static, no permanent textbook, no permanent syllabus. Nowadays, what is happening in syllabus upgradation or restructuring? We are putting some other books here, something from here, cutting here. No, new research should be applied in the new content area also. This is research and program correlation should be there. And our tradition, research tradition is, nowadays what our researchers, scholars are doing. I get many phone call, many requests from so many researchers. Sir, I want to publish this, my article in this type of journal, that type of journal. I'm not against putting publishing such journals in international journals or research journals. I make a request to them, whether you have made your findings in your local language and published in any popular magazine, newspaper, weekly, so many magazines. That may be on health, that may be on legal issues, that may be on pure science, applied science, environment, on many things on this agriculture. Whether we are popularizing our knowledge that we created through our research to the society. That is the main thing. So every research university, research scholar should popularize his new knowledge, what he created, what he found out. That should be given to the needy society. Maybe something for some agriculture area, applicable in agriculture area, maybe in market, maybe somewhere here. So this type of doing research in our language and popularizing the findings in our language, publishing the result in our language should not made mandatory by any government system or these things. By our will, we have to do, because our research is for our society. Every research should be to solve at least one social problem, one problem of the human being or the universe. So to apply this, the public has to get the knowledge. So in this way, in the research area, the university and the young researchers, the young professors has to take a missionary seal in this area, knowledge creation for 21st century. Bharat always created knowledge and didn't make it a patent. Nowadays, the university will be graded according to the number of patency. My personal opinion is that how much our research is applied in the real field and how much its outcome has reflected in different social spheres, that should be accounted, that should be collected, documented, and presented in a scientific manner. According to that, the university's research should be granted, not according to whether this is patented, made our own. Bharat never made any knowledge our own. Any research, who made this much of findings in Ayurveda? We know some Charaka Shushruta, they compiled the knowledge. Who made this? So the knowledge what we created should be given to the public, and the research should be made as a criteria for our contribution in the field of research. In the research area, I am not putting everything. I think you have so many ideas on this area. Every university, every department, every college has to bring up a new model with innovation. You young scientists, professors have multiple roles as a researcher by yourself, as a young teacher, as the leader of the coming generation, and as you are a researcher and a teacher, you have to extend this knowledge to our public through our knowledge. UGC has given a good chance for you. I think you know that you have done it. Those who are taking their degree level classes can register their names if they are ready to write textbooks, original, not translation of any. You know the content, what should be given. According to that, from Maharashtra or from other state where you are teaching, taking the local need, local knowledge, local experience, local case studies, we want to make our own textbooks. So this is a big chance for you. And the government has announced within 3 years, we want to make all content area in different languages, all the 22 scheduled languages in different forms, text form, audio, video, multimedia, any form we want to make. You are to take this opportunity. We are going to explore the field of education. The policy says we want to make a vibrant knowledge society. This vibrant knowledge society is the English translation or expansion of the name Bharat. That is why I purposefully used the name Bharat always in this presentation, not India. India is not having any meaning like this. Bharat having 3 letters. Ba, Ra, Ta. These 3 letters is nothing but a vibrant knowledge society. Ba means Bas, that is light, which is knowledge. Ra means it is Ramadhe, in which we are always happy. And Ta means Taralitam, means always, always in a way we are eager to give. We are eager to help the world with knowledge. That is Bharat. That is a dynamic, vibrant knowledge society's characteristics. Through this education, through the young generation of teachers, researchers, and coming generation of students, we want to make Bharat again Bharat as a center of knowledge. And NEP is a window opening or door opening to explore our self divinity and unfold ourselves. Thank you. Anybody have any suggestions, any their own experience, not questioning and doubts? You are much more educated than me. And you take your academic caliber and analyze the thing and make a vision of future Bharat, future your institution, your university, and your career also with these things. Anybody, any suggestion, any addition, any reflection? Hello? $73 delegates are there. Dr. Shara Basu has commended Shiksha Sanskriti Uddanyas as a research wing which is working very. Shiksha Sanskriti Uddanyas is motivating the young researchers and requesting the senior professors guides to make the research area which should be very much useful for our society to
Yes,
resurgent
sir.
Bharat.
Yes, sir. We recently had a discussion panel in our college also regarding the same about character building and how that can help with
Very
Bharat
nice.
Vikas. Yes, sir.
And even as we know that the issue of language, we are following that Bharatiya Bhashas are belong to different families on whose research one Cardwell, who came in the 17th or 18th century, he made a theorem with his some ideas. We are following the same. Whether we have any research on how the phonetics of Indian language is developed, how it is using, what is the sentence structure, how a word etymology, the word generated, different things. Research has to do many things to undo the old things, and many things to go ahead. Patanjali and IKS, very good. I am taking a small tea and snacks. I think you have your own. If no more interaction, we can wind up. Whether you started any IKS center in your college or university, because people are, I think, affiliated to some colleges. Every college has to start at least one IKS center on your interested area. Every area there is a Bharatiya knowledge system, local knowledge system. Whether it is science, mathematics, physics, health, management, philosophy. The incubation centers, we want to innovate on that area also, according to the local needs.
Yes, sir. We have already worked for it. Actually, this is Sandeep, sir. 150 from Patanjali. So last year we have we did a lot of work for the NAC. So this year we have got the approach from our chancellor, Dr. Acharya Sri as well, Baba Ramdev as well, Maharaj Sri. So
how many of you are ready to do your research in your language, either Marathi or Hindi?
Yes, yes, sir. We have already doing it, and we have 16 PhD registered students under Acharya Sri and Maharaj.
Next, how many of you have registered in the UGC portal for textbook writing?
I think 3 of them has already gave their consent to UGC for textbook writing, sir. Last year I have also wrote some of the books from class 6. I wrote a few chapters in for class 6.
I remember my that time it was in Kerala pre-degree.
Yeah.
That is the intermediate.
Yes, sir.
My physics teacher, professor, there were 3, 4 professors.
Right.
And one professor was rank holder at PG or something, degree or PG.
Right.
The other man, a young fellow, was there.
Uh-huh.
He always says, many times I repeated my +2 level and degree level, anyhow managed. And finally I become a lecturer at a college.
Okay.
But our observation was that this fellow's teaching was very marvelous. And the other fellow, the rank holder professor, senior professor, we couldn't understand anything.
Yeah, the time is
Because
spent much more.
a teacher has to realize the level of student.
Fine.
And he has to put according to the language, whether the researchers, the scientists have proven some theorem, some principle in science or something. What is the role of the teacher? He has to take that knowledge to the level of student, in the language of student.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, with the prevailing knowledge ecosystem, something may be very much known to them, the local people, the students who are coming from schools, right, especially from rural government schools. When they enroll in the colleges, we are considering only some high level students coming, high mark students, but the teacher has to consider both and through their language. So multilingual system we can adopt. In your state, I think Marathi, Gujarati, Hindi people will be more.
No, we right now, you might have heard already, sir. We have already established the BSB, Bharatiya Shiksha Board. under that Bharatiya Shiksha Board, we have approached that the multilinguistic program for different states.
Very nice,
But
very nice, very nice.
Sanskrit is main. I mean,
Very
every
nice.
student has to go for Sanskrit as a one paper, and they can opt for other mother tongue languages in BSB. That I know because I have written a few chapters from class 6. So I know because I was the member of the team. So that I know, of course, sure. And the incubation center which we are establishing in the under the Faculty of Applied and Allied Sciences here in University of Patanjali will focus on the Vedic mathematics and the physics and chemistry, and we are also taking the help from some of the verses from Rig Veda to understand the organic chemistry of rain and harvesting water. So yeah, we are doing whatever the best we can, and hopefully we will see our university to be emerging in this field as well. Sir.
You see how many districts in India, Bharat? Around 900.
Around roughly
Around
900.
1,000.
Yes, something like that. 5
And
lakhs or
how
million.
many universities? Now it is plus 1,000 plus.
Yes, sir.
If one university take the issues, identify the issues of the district, and develop our research centers to do solution, and every university has a Atmanirbhar district.
Yes.
For example, Atmanirbhar, your district is
Haridwar.
Huh?
Haridwar.
Haridwar.
Yes, sir.
No. In Maratha, in Maharashtra.
Sambhajinagar, yeah.
This university is in
Sambhajinagar, sir.
Sambhajinagar district. So we have to take the different, both the plus the heritage, the rich
culture,
resources,
environment.
everything. How to utilize that, and what are the issues? Health issues, and infrastructure issues, economic issues, social issues.
Right.
Work out on this. We want to find out solution. From Kerala, you might have heard of Mata Amritanandamayi.
Yes.
Her university is very famous.
I have met her in France, sir. When she visited France, I have met her.
Amma
I met her in
always
Rio.
says,
Yes,
Amma
sir.
always says on research, the research should not be valued on the amount poured into the research project, how much fund is utilized, but how many problems are solved. The misery of person has to solve. If it is a small local issue, yes, it is a good research.
Definitely.
This should be there.
That was the main idea of the research.
That in healthcare, water pollution, and many things apply everywhere. Mainly in the coming era, we are having the challenge of health. We are health of person and health of nature. This health issue is the most challenging issue in the 21st century.
Right, sir.
And Bharat has to give both, because in Bharat there was no environmental issues that time. Our rishis thought about planting the nature, importance of water body, importance of plantation, all these things they told. And on health, no such health issues. That time they developed Ayurveda.
Right,
it is not to be curing the disease, but no
100% agree with you. Right, sir. At that time, obviously, there was no disease as such.
Bharat has a role in the 21st century to give answer to the challenges of the coming and present situation.
Yeah, we'll certainly rise at the global level.
Very nice.
To our culture.
I am very happy that I had a good time, 2 to 3 hours of time to interact with you people, and which is a very vibrant university, a big university also, and so common people, common students are coming to your university, and you have to make a good model of common public funded university system with a rigorous research and innovative teaching and extensive extension of knowledge to the society to transform the society for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Namaste.
Yes, sir. You have concluded now the session, sir?
Yes, we were expecting your presence also. Now it is time.
Okay, sir. Thank you. As I've told you that I am just roaming out here and there, and simultaneously there are 3 courses going on: one faculty induction program, and this one NEP sensitization program, and one refresher on e-content development. So I rotate myself to each and every computer as time.
I put a question: how many of our participants are registered for textbook writing on UGC's platform?
Yes,
many have done. I think I request you also.
Yes, sir.
To make them to start writing. Not this time, it will repeatedly come, and we want to generate a e-content, different type of contents. Test content, e-content, and everything. Test content also in both modes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
even
sir.
Even in a digital test as well as printed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
in local language and in other languages also, at different level also. School students also will search for content in higher education now, because the method of teaching will be changing. It will not be a textbook oriented teaching. It will be a inquiry, research, discovery method. So they will go to books, they will go to web pages, digital area. So there also the university faculties has to make as much as different level contents. Namaste.
So, on behalf of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, my special thanks to our honorable speaker for being here, sparing his valuable time, and all of us are really refreshed, and I have seen for the first time that so many questions has been put on by the participant. Usually it goes a one-way lecture, but today I have seen that many questions were raised by the participant. That shows that how much keen and interest they were having in both these topics. So I hope that all of you have taken something in your bags, and you will deliver that thing to your colleagues, friends, and students. And with this brief note, I now declare this session is over. And again, I'm thankful to the resource person for sparing his valuable time. Thanks a lot. I now declare Amul to end this cloud meeting.